Hello everyone. If you know me, I really like Fire Emblem. And this voice was actually based on a Fire Emblem character that I really enjoy. Her name is Mercedes, and she's from Three Houses. If you recognize her, then good on you, that's a W on your part. She's so pretty, man. Oh, frick, video.
Welcome to the cafe. Is there anything I can get for you? My name is Marumi, but please call me Moo. My, you look familiar. What is your name? Ah! I see. Oh, nothing. It's just I happen to know someone that looks just like you with that exact name. I do want to ask, did you go to this certain class with a certain teacher that might look like me? Oh, just curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Ah, I sound familiar? Well, I would say my voice is very, common. I'm not sure. Anyways, is there anything you would like to drink? It doesn't seem like you're gonna let up on that. Well, no worries. Let's just move on. I'm so sorry I was asking so many intrusive questions. Was I your teacher? Well, I guess being dishonest won't get me anywhere. So, yes, you were in my class a few years ago. Man, I never would imagine I would meet up with a student here. I'm so sorry. All of this is definitely very, very awkward. But, it's nice to see you again. Just not in this environment. Why am I working here? Well, actually, my cousin actually owns this cafe. And they were low on maids, so they asked me to tag along. So I decided to join in. I thought it'd be a little fun, plus I was free this month. I guess so. But anyways, I still have a job to do, so is there anything I can get you to drink? No? You lost your appetite. Is it because of me? If so, I'm really sorry. I know all of this must be a huge shock to you. And I really hope that you're okay. If you need anything, let me know. Oh, you just want to talk to me? That's all right. I have no other tables at the moment, so I can talk to you. So, what's going on? Is everything all right? Well, of course I worry about you. Even though the situation we're in is very, very awkward, I do want to make sure that you're okay. Plus, even though you don't study under me anymore, I'm still considered your teacher. And it is my job to ensure that all of my students are okay, even after they get out of my class. And even in awkward situations such as this one. I'll never abandon a student. I'm just glad that I was able to talk to you again. It's been too long. So, tell me about yourself. I can tell there's been a lot of growth ever since our school days. And I'd like to hear all about it, if you don't mind. Ah, worried for me as always? No worries. You're actually my only table at the moment. Besides, I'm supposed to talk to the client. It's part of the job. So don't you worry yourself. I'm completely fine. I do want to know, what have you been doing these past few years? I see. I was thinking you would get into something like that. Seeing you in my class, I've noticed you kind of gravitate towards those things. So, It makes me happy knowing that you're still pursuing your dreams. You know, having you as a student and seeing you somewhat grow in your own way was inspiring almost. Why, of course. You were always so determined in what you wanted to do. And seeing you always step forward towards your goal was, well, it inspired me to do my own things. So as you may know, while I was teaching, I always expressed the desire to become a veterinarian. I loved animals, and I loved caring for them as well. But I was definitely very busy with my jobs, and I wasn't able to pursue that goal. I somewhat gave up on it, but I always had it in the back of my head. One day, I'll be a veterinarian. But for now, I'll focus on what I need to do. And what I need to do is to be your teacher again, and make sure that everything is going well. Well, of course. We're like your second parent or guardian. It is our job to take care of you, make sure you're okay, and tell you things that you need to know. You may not think it, but we truly are like your second parents. And we view you like our children. Or, in my case, very close friends. Well, even though I am your teacher, or was your teacher, I'm relatively the same age as you. You didn't know that? Really now? You didn't search me up on a website to see if people liked me or not? On those sites, they definitely say my age. Oh, you didn't bother? Why is that? People told you that I was nice? Oh, well. Do you think I was? Oh, you really are too sweet. But I'm glad you see me that way, 'cause I know sometimes, during school especially, things can get very hard. When you're going through so much, and then you're just shoved with a bunch of papers and assignments. I know how that feels, and it's devastating sometimes. So I tell myself that I must be kind to my students no matter what. And I just hope that my kindness can help at least one of them. So it really does warm my heart to see that you saw my kindness. And of course, I don't want anything in return. It is my job to be there for you after all. I don't need anything in return other than your happiness. So as long as you're happy and you feel safe, then I've done my job. And that was my mindset for the entirety of my teaching career. Why are you looking at me like that? I know it sounds corny, but it has helped me through a lot of situations that I would deem very tough for my students. Oh, you find that very sweet? Oh, well, don't worry about it, it's alright. I just feel like if people carry more kindness around them, the world would be a better place. But that's easier said than done. I know sometimes when you're going through a really hard time, it's really hard to be positive. So forcing positivity isn't the answer either. I know that for sure. So when you're going through a tough time, it is important to allow yourself to feel the negative emotions. Because if you just deny that they're there and just say everything's okay, I'm gonna be okay if I just put on a smile, it's gonna get worse and worse. Well, of course, I learned that the hard way with my students. I would always ask them, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And they would say, I'm fine. But there was this one particular student that would always say that she was fine, and then one day just started crying out of nowhere. I could tell that she was very stressed out, so I pulled her to the side and asked her what was going on. It seems there was just a lot of academic pressure from her parents, and they just didn't seem to understand that it was putting a toll on her. So I personally had a meeting with her parents and explained to them what was going on. Afterwards, they seemed to be more understanding. Learning from that experience, I make sure all my students know that it's okay to talk to me about things. And I know sometimes the solution is just letting your feelings out. I know I'm getting into a lot of emotional things during this really awkward interaction, but I just want to say, if you ever have something on your mind, please tell someone. a friend, a family member, a loved one, or heck, even me. If you ever need someone to talk to, I am a Maid cafe away. It seems like they need me for more tables. A bunch of people just came in. Oh boy. Well, you know where I stand. If you ever need someone to talk to, then you can always come here. I'll be sure to save an extra table for you. Always. Don't you worry. I'm so glad that we were able to talk things out. Even though the initial meeting was somewhat embarrassing, but it's okay. It led to something amazing, so I'm thankful that you came here. And I hope you'll return soon. But, give me one moment. I'll just handle these tables real quick and I'll come back right to you. I promise. As always. 1 minute!